So, with all the talk of the PC master race and PS4 supposedly being so much more powerful than the Xbox One, you would think that if most people looked at three screens side by side together, looking at the same game just on different platforms, they'd be able to tell the difference just by looking at the graphics. You know, just easily point and say, that one looks freaking awesome, so that must be the PC. And this one looks really, really good, so this one must be the PS4. Oh, and this one looks like a 12-year-old drew it, so it must be the Xbox One. But how many people can actually tell the difference? So a few weeks ago, GameSpot did a study where they tried to answer that very question. They set up three identical screens playing the same game and let players try to figure out which one was which. And they did two different sets of tests. They did a test with GameSpot employees, people who do this for a living, who are looking at games every single day, and they review games, you know, sometimes based on how well they look. And then they also set up a public test so that anybody could really partake in the study and watch the videos and try to determine themselves which one was what platform. And here's what they found. Most people, whether it was GameStop employees or the public, could not tell the difference between the platforms. In fact, when it was added all up, the number comes out to close to 64% of people could not tell the difference. But if there was one version that could claim victory, it would definitely be the PC. Because when you break down the people who were able to pick out the PC version, then the numbers get a lot better. 58% of people were able to pull out the PC version. But do you know what gave it away? Do you know what people looked at and said, this is the PC version? It wasn't the graphics. It wasn't the draw distance. It wasn't the rock tessellation. They noticed it because of the frame rate. Now, if you've been watching this channel for a while, that should come as absolutely no surprise. I've said repeatedly that the people who want to cling and, you know, complain and pitch a bitch over 900p versus 1080p, they picked the wrong dumb topic to complain about. You want to complain about something in a game, it should be the frames per second, especially in most games. I'm not saying that every game has to have it, but when it comes to frame rate, you actually see and you can actually feel a difference in the game. You cannot feel the difference in 1080p and 900p. And most people can't see it. So, most games are action games. 60 frames per second is twice as many as 30. So that means you're going to have faster response time, and you don't have to rely on things like motion blur in order to make up for not having those frames there whenever you're moving. So anyway, it was an interesting study. I know some people are probably going to complain and nitpick and say, you know, some of these decisions that were made in the tests, you know, they would have done different. That's fine. You can do that with any study that you look at. But I'd be willing to bet that no matter how you want to set up this test, at the end of the day, the results are going to be the same. The average person cannot tell the difference between the platforms unless you're able to pick out the one that's running considerably smoother. So if you want to check out the studies, I'll leave a link to both videos so you can go check them out for yourself. Leave a comment down below. Let me know, what do you think about this, and are you surprised at all with the results? That does it for me, the Red Dragon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Are you listening? Damn.